Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the only thing standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of is the part of yourself you've never explored. In a world rushing into 2026, most people are chasing success without truly understanding who they are or what drives them. But the ones who rise, the ones who lead, influence, and achieve greatness, are those who first master their inner world before trying to conquer the outer one. This journey isn't just about motivation, it's about unlocking hidden layers of your mind, facing your deepest fears, and transforming them into unstoppable power. In a world that seems to spin faster every year, where distractions multiply and expectations rise like tidal waves, the greatest challenge you face in 2026 is not the economy, not technology, not competition. It is yourself. Rohn once said, "Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change." And Carl Jung, decades earlier, echoed the same principle through a deeper psychological lens. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Two different men, two different eras, but one powerful truth. Your future depends on your willingness to understand yourself. You are entering a time when the world demands clarity, resilience, and identity. People who lack self-awareness are swept away by confusion, trends, and other people's expectations. But those who turn inward, those who dare to meet their own shadow, those who cultivate discipline and of purpose, they rise, they lead, they influence. They create their destiny rather than inherit someone else's. Rohn believed that the foundation of all success starts with personal philosophy, the way you think about yourself, your abilities, and your future. Jung believed that the foundation of all transformation begins with self-discovery, understanding the hidden forces inside you that shape your choices. And in 2026, these two worlds collide. Why? Because we live in a time where external opportunities are unlimited, but internal mastery is rare. People chase success without understanding their patterns. They want progress without facing their fears. They crave transformation without confronting their shadow. But here is the truth. You cannot build a powerful life on an unconscious foundation. You cannot grow into your highest self while ignoring the parts of you that hold you back. Your potential is not unlocked by shortcuts, hacks, or trends. It is unlocked through awareness, responsibility, and intentional growth. The first pillar, radical self-honesty. Rohn always said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." Jung would say, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely." Both point toward the same doorway. Brutal self-honesty. Ask yourself, what are the habits that keep you stuck? What fears have shaped your decisions more than your goals have? What excuses have you repeated so many times that they feel like truth? You cannot transform a life you refuse to examine. You cannot heal what you pretend doesn't exist. You cannot grow from what you refuse to acknowledge. The beginning of personal evolution is not positivity, it is honesty. It is looking in the mirror and saying, "This is where I am. This is who I have allowed myself to become, and this is what must change." In 2026, most people will avoid this step. They will distract themselves with entertainment, convenience, and comfort. They will run away from their own reflection, choosing painless illusions instead of uncomfortable truth. But not you. When you practice self-honesty, you step into a realm of power that few ever experience, the ability to rewrite your story. The second pillar, mastering your inner shadow. Carl Jung taught that every human has a shadow, the hidden side of the personality that contains repressed fears, emotions, desires, and memories. It is the part of you that influences your decisions without permission. It is the side of you that reacts, sabotages, and protects old wounds. Ignoring your shadow does not make it disappear. It only makes it stronger. Jung warned, when you deny your shadow, it controls you. When you face it, you integrate it. Imagine carrying a locked suitcase everywhere you go. You don't know what's inside, but it weighs you down. When you finally open it, you discover tools, not monsters. Your shadow is not your enemy. It is your untapped strength disguised as fear. Your anger can become assertiveness. Your insecurity can become ambition. Your fear can become wisdom. Your pain can become purpose. Rohn taught discipline. Jung taught depth. Together they reveal this. Your growth begins where your comfort ends. Your power begins where your patterns break. Your future begins where your fears dissolve. The third pillar, shaping your personal philosophy. Rohn believed that your philosophy is the lens through which you interpret your life. If the lens is dirty, distorted, or negative, your world will reflect that. A limited philosophy produces a limited life. A powerful philosophy produces a powerful life. Ask yourself, what do I believe about my potential? What do I believe about success? What do I believe about discipline, purpose, and identity? Jim Rohn said, "You are not a tree. You can change." This is the heart of self-transformation, choice. You have the right to redesign your inner world so your outer world can evolve. In 2026, this is your advantage. While others wait for circumstances to change, you change yourself, you change your habits, you change your mindset, you change your standards. And through these changes, your life begins to shift naturally. Not because the world adjusts for you, but because you adjust for the world. The fourth pillar, building a vision that pulls you forward. Jung said, "Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart." Jim Rohn said, "The pull of the future is stronger than the push of the present." Most people drift through life without a clear direction, but drifting is not living. Drifting is surviving. For a powerful 2026, your vision must be specific enough to guide you, big enough to inspire you, meaningful enough to change you. A real vision is not a wish. It is not fantasy. It is not a list of desires. A real vision is a commitment, a promise you make to yourself, a standard you refuse to fall beneath. It is the version of you that demands discipline, courage, and self-respect. Your vision must excite you and scare you at the same time. If it doesn't, it's not big enough. The fifth pillar, aligning habits with identity. Jim Rohn emphasized, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Jung emphasized that identity, who you believe you are, shapes your behavior. Combine them. Your habits must match the person you want to become. You cannot have the habits of the old you with the goals of the new you. If you desire clarity, build reflection habits. If you desire discipline, build structure habits. If you desire confidence, build competence habits. If you desire growth, build learning habits. Transformation is not a leap, it is a rhythm. Tiny improvements done consistently create massive change. In 2026, your habits are your strongest currency. The sixth pillar, embracing responsibility over excuses. Jim Rohn believed that the moment you accept responsibility, your life shifts from reaction to creation. Jung believed that responsibility is the bridge between who you are and who you could be. Excuses are the enemy of evolution. They protect your comfort, but destroy your potential. They give relief today, but regret tomorrow. Responsibility gives you the power to say, I will change this. I will grow from this. I will become more than this. In 2026, you must choose responsibility over blame. Why? Because the person who takes responsibility controls the future. The person who blames remains stuck in the past. The final pillar, becoming your highest self. Jung believed that the purpose of life is to become whole, not perfect. Jim Rohn believed that the purpose of life is to become valuable, not comfortable. Combine these and you get the highest purpose. Become the strongest, fullest, most conscious version of yourself. Your potential is not hidden in luck or talent. It lives in awareness. It lives in discipline. It lives in the courage to face your inner world. 2026 is not waiting for you. It is challenging you. It is saying, do you know who you are? Do you know who you could become? And are you willing to walk the path between the two? You have the tools, but you have the mind. You have the capacity. Now you must have the commitment. Unlock yourself, and the world unlocks with you.